Hey guys, Backcountry for Life here. So I've had several questions about me packing for a day trip with my adventure bike. I'm riding a Tiger 800 2018. I got about, I think 35,000 miles on it. It's been a while since I last checked, but anyway, what do you pack for a day ride? A lot of people will end up bringing their saddlebags loaded with a bunch of stuff, and that's fine. They like to do that. I try to minimize it as much as I can. So I got here my Moscow Moto bag. It's the Nomax, and I'll just go through some of the things that I take. I'm also riding tube tires, so I have to take that into consideration. So let's jump into what I bring. It's also going to depend on weather, so you might have to take your saddlebags, more stuff with you, but let's get into it. All right, so I just got back from a one-day trip up near Flagstaff. I went to Edge of the World, drove around Schultz Pass, and it was just a day trip. So we left in the morning and came back in the evening, but it was a mix of on-road, off-road. I'm over near Prescott. I mean, we must have rid probably, 200 miles, something like that, or more, the other day over the weekend. So what I take is, I always have a multi-tool kit, and I'm taking just this. I'm not taking another saddlebag or anything on my day trips. So I got my multi-tool kit, and in this first pocket, I got the strap that I like to put a jacket in, because we were expecting some rain. It just rained a little bit, so I actually didn't need to use it, but it was a be prepared type of thing. I bring a little handy tool that I can use to fix the bike if I have to. With inside this pocket is the bits. I can't get it out right now, but I love this tool. These are just little keys for my camera that I have strapped to my bike, and a cleaning rag for my visor, one little snack. In this pocket I got some change. I have a lighter right here. Oh, maybe I'm out of gas there, fluid. And I have a Go Fire. That's just a, these are all emergency type situations that I carry in here. And then this other pocket got some nylon string for anything random that I might need it for. In this next pocket, I have in this some medicine, headaches. I also like to help a friend. Sometimes they get headaches and they forget. Earplugs. I also have my registration, insurance information here. Some backup batteries for my flashlight pen. This is also, I have the battery turned around right now so it doesn't discharge while I'm riding, but this is also a pen, and it's a breaker tool, or self-defense, who knows what you're gonna run into out there. And then emergency sleeping bag in case I get stuck. I got some snacks, which I ate some already while I was on the trip, some beef jerky, some fruit snacks, my tire lever, reader, pressure monitor, and just a pad of paper, some additional, looks like I have what's in here. Oh, state land trust certification, national park information. So that's in that pocket here. I also have just a USB that I can plug into my motorcycle. This is a DC. It's one of those Hella plugs, so it's got the small end to it, so I can use that. But I already have a lot of connections, which I can show you on my bike that I have set up. In the third pocket here, spare tube, since I'm running tube tires. This is my 21-inch that I vacuum packed. And some more snacks, some nuts that I didn't eat because we went to lunch in Flagstaff. but I like to bring food just as a backup. My toolkit, everything I need here to fix my bike. WD-40. I know, I'm gonna get all of the haters out there and the keyboard warriors that are gonna be like, oh, backcountry for life, you're not supposed to be spraying WD-40 on your tires and your tubes, it's gonna ruin it. Well, you know what, I don't care. It's an emergency situation and I need something slick, and that works, and it's small, compact. I have a strap that I can use, and this is pretty cool. In this Nomex bag, there's a hole, and I have my extension cords. This is a triple cord that this plugs into my bike, and what I do is, oh, here's my battery. This is my backup battery. I will plug in that into my bike, then I'll plug this in to my backup charger, and then I'll plug in my phone and any other thing else, because it's a USB and my phone is an iPhone plug, you know, one of those old school before they went to USB-C. So I use this and I'll have everything plugged in while it's charging, so this stays charged and all my electronics stay charged. But I also bring a backup cord just in case, because sometimes those cords go bad. This is just an extension tool to my Klein tool right here, which I can use to put in there and kind of get into long parts. Also have extensions there in my toolkit. So got some sunscreen, some Kleenex, and these are near zero biodegradable wipes. You just get them wet and they turn into a big wipe pad, biodegradable. So that's kind of nice if you're out there and you gotta do, you have some backup there to take care of the environment. And then I don't have it in here, but what do I do with water? Well, I carry 1.5 liters on my back, in my jacket. My jacket has a pocket for 1.5 liters of water, and since I'm close to town, usually I don't really have to carry more than that. Now I can, if I want, carry more water. That Nomex that I had just showing you just now carries 2 liters of water, so I could actually add 2 liters of water to that bag, have a 1.5 liters on my back. But then I get the, well, how do you fix your tire on the road? What do you do with pumping up your tire? Let me show you. Well, I have just the trick for that. And under my back seat, I have my pump here. It's a dust-proof pump. Don't remember what brand it is. I think it's Desert Fox or something. I love this pump. It's not super lightweight, but durable. I can depend on it. And then I got all my tire irons in here. Well, look at that. That's how I changed the tire. I got extra spare levers. Also have stem core toolkit just in case. That's in there. And what do I got here? Oh, rubber cement for patching something if I need to patch, or for a friend if they have a tubeless tire. So that's it. That's what I carry for my day trips. And so if you're thinking about doing a day trip and not wanting to have to carry everything into your saddlebags, then check that out. Check that out, you know, try that. Get a tank bag, something that's, you know, simple to carry on the front of your bike. It also removes a lot of the weight from the back of the bike. A lot of guys have their bags like way in the back, and so you're swaying around when you're trying to ride, and don't really have to deal with all that for just a day ride. So, but to each their own, you know. Some people like to have and be really prepared. I'm kind of minimally prepared, not fully prepared. But also, when I go on day rides, I'm not too far from some civilization that I can, you know, call up a buddy or call up a tow if something gets really bad that I'm unable to handle with the basic kit that I have. So hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like, subscribe to my content. Take care. Safe riding out there.